Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. Well, it's been a very, very busy day. We had the Champions League draw reaction. We had Al Ali versus Fluminense Club World Cup action. And Kevin De Bruyne is back in first team Manchester City training. It's been absolutely crazy. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button. Let's get those likes to at least 50 likes rapid. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We are joined by Mulv from Noisy Neighbours. And we're also joined by Martin, who has got his internet fixed. I mean, everyone was cooking him in the chat.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, it's been crazy. Big up, boys, for coming on. Let me just quickly... Martin, what's your Twitter at? Horsey what?
At Horsey.
Oh, yeah. I type in Mancunian Way. For some reason, it never comes up.
Yeah, because I just...
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's done now. The tweet is done. So, yeah, there we go. Let's get some yeses in the chat. Big up to Church of the Poison Man. Big up to Chrome, Abyss. Big up to Nabil. Big up to Nabil again. Big up to Brett. Big up to Kadri. Hosea. Yes, Bray. Dichalano. Nabil again. Big up to Spinks. Big up to Palmer. Big up to Jay Blee. Yes. Big up to Owen, Chrome, Pullman. I just keep saying the same people, man. Big up to Dave, who's locked in for the third stream of the day. Hopefully you guys are all good, man. Hopefully you guys are all good. Where should we start? Let's start with the Champions League draw. Also, why is Martin just getting fully cooked? Martin's got his Wi-Fi fixed now, people. Come on.
I'm blaming you. It's your fault.
Why is it my fault?
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
It's better than what probably you two were talking about.
It's not my fault your Wi-Fi went down. Come on, man. Come on. Let's start off with the let's start with Kevin De Bruyne, guys. Let's start with Kevin De Bruyne, man. Mulv, mate. Kevin De Bruyne is back. He is the savior of our season. Am I right?
Boy, you're putting a lot of pressure on him there, pal. But nah, like you, I'm so excited to see all the footage today of him, all the content around his return to training. I don't know how intense the training is for him yet, but no, it's exciting, man. One of the things we're missing so far is just that extra creativity that he brings, and if we can get him back to full Kevin De Bruyne, I don't know. I would say I think we need to be patient. Maybe February, something like that. Having him down the stretch will be massive for us. But I think we do need to be patient. Let him get back into the swing of things and not re-aggravate anything. Because I think regardless, you want him fit for next season, really, more than anything. I think you would risk the points now for a fully fit Kevin next season for sure.
So. I mean, is he back in training today? So today's first day in training. I mean, so when are you sort of looking at targeting back? Because I know it's obviously soon, and it's not going to happen. But that Everton game, mate. I mean, informed team. I know it's only 9 days away, so it's unlikely that we're going to see him. I mean, Sheffield United at home. Could we see that?
No, I'd push it out, mate. I mean, I'm no fitness expert, but the guy's coming back from pretty serious surgery, I think, and hamstrings are big problem area. So he's gonna need behind closed doors games played for him and all that sort of rehab. That's what I think. So I'd push the date out.
Yeah, I'm looking at that Newcastle game, 13th of January, right? Which maybe is a little bit sooner than maybe you'd want, but it's just under a month. And that away at St James's Park, I look at that and think, you know what? That's a tough game. Now, listen, I'm looking at Everton in 9 days' time and going, because that's a seriously mad game as well. That's not going to happen if we're being realistic. It's unlike, I think we might be on the bench, but it's not going to start or maybe even feature. Martin, I mean, where are you on this? You with Mulv? You prepared to maybe do what we did with Ruben Diaz last year and sort of drag it out, or are you a bit more?
No, I think they have been dragging it out. From what I was told, he's been running and training for about 4 weeks.
Okay.
He's just been doing it behind the scenes. I mean, it was weird because obviously he was at the Grand Prix. Where was the Grand Prix held when he was there? So he was getting acclimatized out there, and then happens to be out in Saudi Arabia then for the thing. I'm expecting him. I expect him. I don't know what game, but I am expecting 5 or 10 minutes at some point while he's over there. Just
Really?
a run out.
Exciting.
I'm talking literally 5 minutes. You know when it's ideally say you're like 4-5-0 up tomorrow. Not saying
He's not been watching the same Manchester
Yeah.
City that we've been watching, bro.
Come on,
What team are you
come on.
watching?
To be fair, we are playing the dog and duck, or is it the frog and bucket,
Oh,
or whatever it
man.
is? I don't know, but
Famous last words.
no, but I expect him fully back. I would pencil in the Huddersfield game.
Let me bring that back up on screen.
7th.
Yeah, the 7th of
I think
January.
Newcastle's way too much of a bigger game to roll him into. I mean, that is because Newcastle at St. James's Park with Bruno and Joe Linton in that midfield, they're just going to kick the shit out of him and then make sure he's. So I'd roll him in against Huddersfield, let him have 45.
Yeah.
Maybe if he can get it, because with all due respect, I don't think Huddersfield. I think you'll see a much. Well, I don't know what he'll do against Huddersfield. My mind keeps changing on that game, but that's generally where I'm seeing he goes.
Yeah. No, by the way, just to clarify, I don't mean throw him into Newcastle as like literally the first minute.
Oh,
like
you mean sort of play him 20 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Sheffield United, bro. You know, what's that like? 12 days away. Can we get him some minutes there? I mean, they're bottom of the league. Arsenal spanked them 5-0 at the Emirates. You know what I mean? They're not. I know they've got a new manager, and that might be slightly different. But can we give him some minutes there? I agree. Maybe you could look at Huddersfield a week later and give him some minutes there. I'm not just throwing him into.
He might do all of them. You know, he might do 10
Yeah.
minutes in each one and sort of build him a little bit like he did with Diaz along that way. And like you see what he's doing with Stones.
Yeah.
Everyone's complaining Stones never came on Saturday, but if Stones had come on and brought down again, people are then going to have a go.
Yeah, no, I think the reason why.
So.
Yeah, but the thing that confused me about the Stones thing, Martin, is he played him in a meaningless game in Belgrade that absolutely meant nothing. And then the one game that actually we needed him. And by the way, our two centre backs, Ake and Diaz, are 290 passes between them, and there are two worst centre backs on the ball. That's why I think people was a little bit like,
yeah.
Why isn't that played Stones?
I see that. I think it was probably. I agree with that. I think it was probably the wrong game. I think he should have reversed the games around and played
Correct. Yeah, that's
not Red Star. Yeah, I do agree with that. But my point is, I think he's managing. I think he'll manage minutes the same way he's doing with Stones because he's clearly managing Stones now. He clearly cannot play 2 in a week right now, or he doesn't have the confidence in him to play 2 a week.
Yeah,
I think he's so scared. I think the injuries have scared the hell out of him this season. I think they've really scared him because he's like, we're down to the bare bones. I cannot afford any more.
Yeah, true. But that is also not to dig him out again here, but that is also Pep Guardiola's own choice. He's spoken this is why I can't really feel sorry for us, because Pep Guardiola has spoken about the fact he likes to have small squads. I understand the reasons. He's explained them perfectly well. But it also means you can't really complain if you do get injuries because No,
we've been lucky. Listen, we've had a touch of luck for 3 years on injuries.
Yeah. Facts.
Agreed.
That's just fact of it. No team does that last 15-game run last season with no injuries like us. Or what you do is you find out, and then you find out they're all playing with painkilling injections like KDB was since April, and you're sort of like, you're just going and going. It's a mad one, and what you've got to try and do. I agree with you, Pep. This is Pep's fault, but I think sometimes he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know what to do anymore. But it is his own fault.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's just the way it is, isn't it? It's just his management style. You take the rough with the smooth, I think, is basically what we're saying there. Big up to Rustin O'Neill coming in with a donation. Very generous, bro. Says, holiday pie on me, fellas. Come on, City. Big up to Rustin, man. Coming with a super generous donation there. Big up to you. Thank you very much, bro. I feel like I've not seen you in the chat recently, so hopefully you're all well, bro. Hopefully you're all well. Your family's all well, mate. But big up for the super chat. Appreciate that, bro. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, for me, I said all season long, from the start of the season, that just get me within within 7 points of whoever's top by the time Kevin De Bruyne's back. 7 being like maximum, because that means it's over more than 2 games, and we're now we're 5 points off at the top. And Kevin De Bruyne is now back. So I'm looking at this thinking, I wish we didn't have Everton away. That's really like, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Because that is a tough place to go now. A tough place to go. I wish we really didn't have that. But it's what it is. We've got the Club World Cup. I think Kevin De Bruyne coming back. If we can keep Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, Rodri, John Stones fit for the rest of the season, I think we win the league. I think we go on and win this league. But you know, we've got to be we've got to keep the players fit. We've got to be better than we have been being because our intensity has dropped off and our defending, in my opinion, has been atrocious. I mean, Martin, you texted me this morning, right, and said you have a different opinion to me. What was you referring to when you said that?
I have a different opinion to everyone at the minute, Sam. Do you know what it is? Because I'm not melting down, panicking like everyone. And I'm a little bit, I'll be honest with you, and this is no dig at anyone. This is some City fans who I've seen. I'm a bit disappointed in some City fans. Last few days. City till we die has gone out the window. It's just gone.
What are you not liking City fans saying, bro?
I think some City fans are trying to look for a scapegoat at the moment. For me, the way it is, because we are not used to this situation, and we're off the back of a treble. I'll be honest, I think the treble has created a bit of a storm as we came out of it, and I did it 2 months ago. We're gonna do the treble again because I thought, oh yeah, we're on a roll. We won 6 out of 7, and we were flying, and I'm like, no one's gonna touch us, and even I got carried away. And if you look every game, I mean, this season we've had blame Grealish, blame Doku, blame Ederson, blame Walker. Walker's now the one getting it. Blame Rodri. I mean, blame Foden. But we just seem to be going down a list to blame. Oh, Diaz should be getting out of the club, but some people think. Which is fine, it's all opinions. But I've never seen this blame game gone round like it is doing at the moment. It's like we're trying to find rhyme or reason to why we're in this slump, to why we're making silly errors. And it's like Saturday against Crystal Palace. Like I say, it's nobody on here. It's just what I've read on social media. The narrative of the game changed as well. It was, we played crap all game. No, we played crap for 15, 18 minutes. For 70 odd minutes, we were in cruise control and flying around and not a problem. But even that, Foden, because he made a mistake or two, was a crap number 10. But for 70 minutes, he was wonderful when he's threading the ball through for Jack. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I mean. It seems to narratives have changed. And we're believing what we want, because what we're doing is we're trying to find rhyme and reason to what's going on. Some don't want to
but that's understandable though as well.
Yes, no, of course it is. But like for Kyle Walker wasn't at fault for any of those 2 goals.
No,
watch the game back. He wasn't at fault for any of them.
No, Martin, you can't say he wasn't partially at fault for that. If he sprints back like he should do, he gets in between Diaz and Ake. That is unacceptable.
Which one? The second one? He cleared the ball.
The first
Go back and watch it. He cleared the ball in the box.
The first one. He's on the halfway line with Diaz and the striker. The ball's put in behind. Diaz sprints, and Walker does not sprint. If Walker sprints back, which he should do, because he shouldn't just wait. He shouldn't just let Diaz do it on his own. If he sprints back, he can get in between Diaz and Ake, and he can stop the cross. Come on, man. That's basic, just effort levels. He would have sprinted back there last year. That's the difference with him last year. He sprints back. Why is he just letting Diaz just have a one-on-one?
I can't remember one. There was one of them. No, there was one of them. I think was. See, I might be talking about the penalty one.
You're about the penalty.
Yeah, where he was there, but he got the blame for that, and it was Phil Foden's fault. And Bernardo, was it a free kick? Was it some? I say it was 50-50. Some refs are going to give that, some are not. It depends what mood the referee's in. But I do expect Foden and Bernardo to be a lot stronger there at the same time. I'm sorry, but I do. I think there's too many. Like I said, we're just trying to look for errors, and I just think expectation levels have gone so high now. The possibility of going without a trophy has become a real possibility, and people don't know how to react to it anymore, and they're scared of it. And this is why I've always said, and I've said this on your spaces, LB, we weren't going to win the league for 6, 7, 8, 9 years on the bounce. There was always going to be a year where we sort of dropped off a little bit. There was always going to be that year. Maybe it's just that year, and maybe it's the fact is I'm okay with it. Maybe it's the fact is I'm all right because 5 months ago I'm sat with treble champions, and in 3 days we might be champions of the world.
Mhm.
I'm seeing things I've thought, as Mulv will say that, when I'm sat watching Stockport, I'm thinking, Christ, I'm never seeing this. So if we finish fourth for the season, fine. Because I'll tell you what, I know we'll be back next year. We finish fourth this season, a third. God forbid the rest of the league next year. Because I'll tell you what, we won't make the same mistakes.
Okay.
Can I ask Martin? You're pretty consistent in what in wanting to be really positive, and I love that. I appreciate that. So if I had to flip it on you, what are you worried about with this team this season? What bothers you?
I think the squad's way too thin. I think it's the thinnest. I think we've gone a season too long with it being too thin. Put it this way: we sold Mahrez and Palmer, bought his replacement, and then we don't even play him on the side we've replaced him with. So we've now basically got no right wing, which is why Walker's doing it. Because we've sold, we went to Palmer, you're not going to get any games because we're going to buy someone. So Palmer goes, all right then, no problem, I'll go to Chelsea. Ban and Palmer. Mahrez leaves, not going to get a game time, no problem. You buy Doku and then play him on the left and drop Jack. And then you leave nobody for your right hand side. So you create two problems now. You've dropped Jack for Doku and sold Palmer and Mahrez to replace someone, and then you put his replacement on the left wing.
Yeah.
Which is not, that's what's mad about it. And that's why at the moment we've square pegs and round holes, because we've become so unbalanced for something that was actually, and I don't know why. I don't know why Pep doesn't fancy Doku on the right. I don't know what that.
It's also early days. It's early days, though, isn't it? With that, I mean, I'm not one of these people that does say he doesn't fancy him on the right. I don't think we've seen enough Doku and enough season to say that.
He came out with a quote, didn't he? He said he didn't fancy him on the right at some. I think it was about a month or so ago. He said he didn't fancy him.
I've not seen that quote.
I think we're unlucky this weekend because I really think Doku on the left would, if Jack was just inside him, because I don't want to drop Jack, but if Doku would have played against Palace, I feel like he would have cooked. I think that was the sort of thing we're missing. We're missing either a Mahrez or a Doku against Palace, and I think we would have put that game to bed a lot earlier and put it out of sight.
I just think we've got so many injuries, more than we've ever had. Just dying of injuries, and I think the squad's way too thin. If you look, we sold, yes, and we brought in, but when you take, like with the EDS. That EDS is gone.
Yeah, I was just going to say we're even thin on those types, aren't we? Like we got
with the what?
We got Oscar Bob, and that's it. Really,
they're 22nd in their league.
Yeah.
They've gone from winning it 2-3 times to 22nd, but they're okay because we've got to
balance the books, Martin.
No, because I think what the club are doing is they're simply just having a bit of a rebuild. And if this, listen, I know they're going to try and do business in January. That's the plan. They're going to try and do the business. They're not going to allow Phillips to go up to Juventus and not buy anyone. Fingers crossed these Kimmich rumours are true, because I tell you what, he's my dream signing. It makes a little bit of sense. He was dropped out of the squad completely the other day. He was out, not even injured, just completely gone, and then the eruptions came out of his. You can get a Kimmich, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right, Jack, because that's my dream signing of 5 years.
I think, yeah, because this is the thing when we sold Gundogan, and you're absolutely spot on with a lot of the stuff that you said there, Martin. I get what you're saying about maybe this is the year for top. Maybe we don't win the league. The reason why I'm actually, we come from a club that didn't win anything for ages. I'm quite happy if we don't win anything, content in the sense that, like, I'm not one of these fans that thinks we need to win. The reason that I'm frustrated is because I think the players are letting themselves down. And I think that the players will look back at the end of the season and go, we really let ourselves down in a lot of those games. We didn't play to our full potential. But in terms of the signings, you're right. But you had a lot of our fan base, Martin, was praising the fact that we sold Mahrez for 25 million and said it was a great price. It was the third highest transfer for an over 30-year-old ever. And I remember sitting there thinking, hang on a minute. Do you know what I mean? This guy gets 25 goal involvements every single season. He's an experienced player. And I've got people celebrating the fact we got 25 million quid for him because he's over 30 years old. I'm thinking, come on, who do we support here? We support a football club. We support a football club where players on the pitch, not transfer fees received. You know what I mean? We don't turn into that fan base where we start celebrating transfer fees. Celebrate the players on the pitch. That's what we do. That's football. So we need to stop
Well
that.
said.
Gundogan, I think as well, you know, this club hasn't made a lot of errors in terms of signings since the new ownership's come in, but they've dropped a huge clanger with Gundogan. And what people obviously now realise is, and I think a lot of people knew it anyway, but it wasn't just Gundogan in that position. It was the fact that Gundogan could play in the 6 when Rodri wasn't available. You've also lost. Now, that wasn't highlighted a lot last season too much because Rodri played a lot of games. But one of the games he played in that situation when Rodri didn't play was the Manchester derby when we won 6-3. And again, I remember doing the watch long before the game, and a lot of people in the chat were saying, "Oh no, Rodri, Gundogan's there. It's going to be shocking." So did you forget the Centurion season that he played 6 months there? It was absolutely fantastic. So you are right. We've lost players. Kovacic was, I think, a good buy for the price, but he should have been a squad rotational player. I think everyone pretty much agrees with that. Some people didn't want him anyway, and that's fine. Everyone's got their opinion. But I think most people accepted that Kovacic was a good buy, but it should have been a squad rotational player. Núñez was a panic buy. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, it's a panic buy, but could still work. You know, he had a great game against Belgrade. Interested to see how that develops. Strange how he didn't play against Palace. But you are right. We need to get we have to get another player in there. I think you're spot on Kimmich. I think Kimmich would be absolutely perfect for us because I think he could do the Ilkay Gundogan role.
Yeah, and Kimmich has been playing. It was just obviously there was the rumours about him falling out with Tuchel, and then he was sat there. When was it? Whenever they played, he was out completely. Now I do know that they are looking at Kimmich. Pep wanted him for the summertime, but they're looking at more of January. They will push that up to January because I think they know now they're desperate.
Mm.
You know, like I said, City have got interest in many a player. But the trouble is, as fans, we get giddy on interest and don't realise there's a shitload that's got to go on behind the scenes before you get any deal over the line. So I was talking to a mate and he went, "Oh, we're interested." I went, "No, interest means you're just putting a sheet into the club." Because people don't realise when you get an interest in a player, you've got to register that interest with the club. And that involves sending sheets across and emails and all that. And then you go, right, okay, got the interest, which just, I mean, someone said to me the other day, there's like 80 odd players on a list. Like Núñez, because Núñez was added to the list 3 years ago, never come off it. And you just imagine that list just keeps going on and on and on and on.
I had Wolves fans telling us that Núñez deal was done a year ago, a year before we signed him.
He's waited Núñez for 3 years.
Yeah,
always liked him.
The other thing that came out today from Paul Ballas, I don't know if you guys heard this, that City gambled because they were convinced they were getting Bellingham. That's why they didn't go in harder for Gundo. Because they were afraid Bellingham wouldn't come if Gundo was still here, and they were convinced that Bellingham was coming as they were when Haaland was coming, and they were convinced Haaland was coming.
They were also convinced Dani Alves was coming. Do you remember that one? Yeah. No, listen, I said this. I've said this all summer. But
Dani Alves was coming. He'd done all his media stuff.
Well, yeah, but until the contract is signed,
that's what I mean. Dani Alves had done all his media stuff. And then his girlfriend, now fancy Paris. All right,
yeah.
Bye.
No, but listen, this is why I think, we've been lucky in a sense. We've been unlucky, but also you can't put it all down to unlucky because we should have got Gundogan signed, right? We should have got Gundogan signed on that contract because that's your insurance policy. That's your insurance policy. That's if everything goes wrong, you've still got Gundogan. And I don't buy this thing about Bellingham saying, "Oh, if you sign Gundogan, then I'm not coming." Well, if he says that, do one. He's just won us the treble as a captain. So if you don't want to come because Gundogan's signing you, by the way, the guy's 32, 33. You're really scared of a 33-year-old. Shut up, mate. So we should have got Gundogan signed to a new contract. We then got semi-unlucky with the Bellingham thing. Listen, it happens. You don't sign every player that you go for. By that time...
I do agree. I do think they went a bit too long with Bellingham.
I don't.
Because I believe that I think they thought they had him in the bag.
Yeah, but I don't think we went too long because I think you had to go that deep because of what he's going to be a Ballon d'Or winner. So you had to stay in there till the very end. The problem is by the time we got to the very end, Rice had already agreed to go to Arsenal.
Yeah, we'd lost everyone.
Maddison had gone Tottenham. The only thing we got unlucky on was Paqueta because what can you do? You can't legislate for that. And then obviously we ended up with Núñez. So and again, Núñez I think is a good player. It's just going to be interesting to see how how he develops. Let me just get through some of these super chats. Big up again to Ruston earlier on with the super chat. Anakin says getting Paqueta in January would allow rotation for KDB. I just don't think you're going to be able to get him out of West Ham in January, mate. They're still in the Europa League. I think they'll fancy themselves to have a decent chance. If they beat Liverpool, tomorrow or the day after, whatever, in the Carabao Cup, then they might get through to the final of the Carabao Cup. And I just think it'd send a massive statement to the West Ham fans that we ain't a serious football club if you sell Paqueta. So
Plus, he's got his FA charge still going,
and he's still got the charge. Yeah, so I just don't think, as much as I'd like to get him, because I think he's a fantastic footballer.
Can I just say something to Anakin Skywalker there? Don't ever grow up, mate. Ever grow up.
Don't ever grow up. Yeah.
I think he likes your name.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, there's people who don't understand that, but we'll leave it there.
Star Wars joke. So
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But some people in the chat won't get it. Jesus. Big up to Daz, mate, with a super chat. Says we need to start going back to basics with a back four to close these games out. Still think we can win the league though with a few injuries. Oh, I think we can win the league. I still think we can win the league 100%. But the back four, we've got to start defending better. In my opinion, we didn't defend well for the first goal. Yeah, we didn't defend well for the Luton goal. Gvardiol's got to close down the cross. So I think Diaz and Walker have to do better in the air. We have to start defending and, as you say, doing the basics right. Whether that's with a couple of different players, a Kanji instead of Walker, or whether a Walker stays in, don't know. But we've got to start defending right. Absolutely. Tinsei says Ake, Stones, Diaz, Akanji. Ake, Stones, Diaz, Akanji. Yeah, listen, I'm happy with that. Listen, for me personally, I'd probably drop Diaz and send Gvardiol in the middle for a bit. But if you want to go back Ake, Stones, Diaz, Akanji, I'm fine with that. I think that's fine. I think Ake probably should be put back to left back where he was absolutely fantastic, and barring a mad, John Stones situation, was our best defender last year. By a country mile, in fact, I would say. He was absolutely fantastic. He's not really played there this year. Stones, obviously, injuries permitting, can play there. The problem is, obviously, you sign Walker up to this new contract, and how's he going to, if you do go do with what Tinsei does and drop Walker, how is he going to react to that? You know what I mean? Is he going to be happy because, he was going to leave, and then you wined and dined him and said, no, stay, and then you're dropping him 5 months later? Like, how does he react to that? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I think after Gundogan and Mahrez, I think Pep was like, I can't let any more experience go. I cannot let all three go out the door. And that's when, would that have happened if Gundo had re-signed or Mahrez had stayed?
That's a good question.
I don't know. If you think about it, Gundo, Mahrez, and Walker out the door, you basically your experience just goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you are right. Yeah. No, it would have been interesting. Obviously, we'll never
plus he's homegrown, and we are getting short because we're getting rid of another homegrown in Jan. And the squad can't go any bigger unless you're willing to do 8 homegrown.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's why, because what you said, because Doku and Gvardiol, I'm not included in the squad list because of their ages.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting point, man. It's an interesting point. And just quickly,
unless they change that rule with the new Champions League coming in, don't know what'll happen.
Yeah. I want to move on to the Champions League draw, but before we do you guys think we'll do any business in January? Because I don't think we will.
1,000.
I hope they shock us with something.
1,000%.
I'm terrible for knowing names out there, but I hope they shock us with something. The biggest vulnerability still is what do we do when Rodri's not in there? And Kimmich would work.
Did any of you guys watch the Club World Cup game today?
No,
because that Andre who've been linked with played. He was pretty good, to be fair.
Would he want? It's finding somebody who wants to back up Rodri, isn't it? That profile.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he plays for Fluminense in Brazil.
Do you know what worries me about him though? He has more cards than Postman at Christmas.
He has what? Sorry.
He has more cards than a Postman at Christmas. You've seen his yellow cards. I mean, he knows what to do when he gets booked. So I'll give him that. But I never know, because I know Fulham. What I've been told is Paulinho's due to go to Bayern. Andre will probably go to Fulham, and we might get Kimmich. So then you get a little roundabout with the 3 going on.
Well, and that could happen in January. You think we could get Kimmich in January?
Yeah, I just think you look at the 3 pieces.
How much is like the fees being rumoured on Kimmich?
I don't know. That was just something I was told reportedly that it could, because I know Fulham were interested in Phillips, but like Newcastle were interested in Phillips. Problem is, Newcastle only wanted a loan. Nobody wanted to commit money, and City wanted money. They wanted money as well. So you could loan him, but you wanted to guarantee, you're willing to pay this. Juventus are willing to do it. There's more talks planned this week. They'll get that hopefully sorted out, because I know his missus is either pregnant or due to have the baby. I'm not sure, so they might fancy a new life in Turin. Kimmich has been on the list for a while. If you can get him out, I mean, he's only got 18 months left.
Yep, 18 months left on his deal.
So what? And he's having issues with Tuchel now.
Yeah, let's have a look at his stats this season. How many games he played? 11 Bundesliga games.
I just think Kimmich out, Paulinho in, and then Andre to Fulham. This might be the way it goes.
I mean, it's plausible. I mean, it's completely plausible. I mean, if they get Paulinho and Fulham goes to and Andre goes to Fulham, yeah, Kimmich is probably available. I think he's made it abundantly clear through his speeches or whatever that he doesn't really fancy staying at Bayern with Tuchel. So if you can get him in, and this is 18 months left on his contract, you might be able to get him at a decent price.
I mean, I think you get him cheaper in summer because you only have 12 left. But the trouble is,
we need someone now.
Why would you allow Phillips out the door, lessen your squad even more? I know we don't use him.
That's why. That's why, Martin.
He's a body though, innit?
Yeah, but he's a body that just doesn't move. Like with the best respect in the world. No, but with the best respect in the world, Martin. Bro, the guy's like any serious football match that has any weight on the game. Calvin Phillips ain't playing, mate. He's just not.
I know,
playing.
and I just feel for the lad.
Oh,
got a nice smile, smile, good lad.
You gotta put your feelings aside, and you gotta just speak about the facts.
No, I'm just coming out with the company line in it. He's a nice lad and a lovely smile. Isn't that what I'm meant to say now? Listen, if somebody shows me another camera goes to him and he's got his finger up his nose one more time, I'm gonna scream. I'm like, just show a bit of fight, mate. Listen, I was all in the Calvin Phillips until like 3 months ago when I'm like, fight, show some fight. He's given up with that. He's given up with a win. Even that penalty, my God, it was like, yeah, I scored a goal. You could just see the guy's gone. He's finished.
Of course he has, though. He's had 18 months of hell.
So, yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like I feel so sorry for the guy. You got to remember, yeah, he was at his boyhood club. So any move away was always going to be a tricky one. He's moving to the best club in the world at that moment in time. He's going to play for the best manager in the world. Like, if you actually deep it, mate, it's actually bare sad. Like, the guy was probably buzzing. Oh my God, I'm going to Man City. I'm going to play for Pep Guardiola. He's come in there, and Pep's basically just been like, "Nah, you ain't the guy. Like, you are not the guy." You know, he said stuff that I don't think he should have said. You know, with the whole weight thing, I don't think that was helpful. If we're being honest. But listen, I want him to go and have a good move. If he goes to Juventus, which is looking likely based on the rumours, I want him to go there, and I genuinely want him to smash it. And I know that mate. Oh, Pep got it wrong. He should have boozed him like this, but I don't care. I just want him to go there.
You said that about Nolito, by the way. You got it wrong with Nolito, and no one went, "Oh, you got that one wrong."
Yeah, but he started slagging us off, didn't he? You know what I mean? Talk about caves and all that kind of shit. Like,
hang on, wait till Calvin leaves.
Yeah,
the Calvin Phillips book will be a good one. Get on that autobiography.
Yeah, I watched it.
18 months of help.
No, I watched the Kimmich for Bayern against United, and I didn't think he had a particularly great game, but I did see things in that game that he did that I thought if he was in a Manchester City team, I really liked. Like the way he was picking up the ball off the defense, spreading it, you know, getting the ball moving quickly. I just think that midfield at Bayern and the right side of the defense isn't good enough, and if you put him in a City team, I think he'd cook, man. I think he'd cook. And he can do that Gundogan role of playing in the midfield and also covering Rodri when we need him to. Yep. I think if this is a possibility, City should be all over it. 100%.
I just think, you need a player. I'm trying to, oh, where's that come up? Give me one sec. I'm just trying to give you the game he didn't play in. Stuttgart, 3-0 on the 12th. Wasn't even the squad at all, and he wasn't injured. And that was when I got told he'd had a massive bust up with Tuchel again. I don't know. Is it me or does Tuchel like to fall out with every bugger? What is it with Tuchel?
Well, he's an authoritarian type manager. Very few of them in the game these days, but he's a top manager. He's a top manager, but it's his way or the highway. And I respect him for that. You know what I mean? If you look at someone like Ten Hag at United, who's anyway, you know what I mean?
People are wanting Wirtz, aren't they? You're not going to get Wirtz till the summer. And Bayern want Wirtz as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of want Wirtz. And the three I got told is club in Spain, Bayern, us. Wirtz won't happen till the summer if you get him. But then I got told there was also the option he wanted to stay and then go to Bayern the year after. And I think
we're with Musiala, Martin, because he's also fallen out with Bayern. He wants to leave. He doesn't like it anymore, and he's only got 2 years left on his contract as well.
Well, reportedly, he's not been offered the wages he wants, has he? So I don't know.
He's on 90 grand a week, man. Can you believe that? It's pittance, isn't it? How is he managing to survive out there on 90,000?
How long was Bernardo out? What was Bernardo on for? God knows how.
I think he was on that 150, which is a lot still, but
it's still a lot. But for the job he was doing compared to others, I know it does sound like we're taking the piss when we say they're only on 90 a week.
No. I always say it's not real life money. It's their own
it's monopoly money.
World money.
Monopoly money, innit?
It is.
But it does make me laugh when fans go, for 200 grand a week, I'd actually run around more. You wouldn't have a clue what you did with 200 grand a week. You'd still be in your bedroom if you were on 200 grand a week and wouldn't know what to do with it.
I know what I do, and I wouldn't be in my bedroom.
Kimmich, someone's put it. He is looking for an agent now. He hasn't got an agent. That's why
he's available.
And generally, when you're looking for an agent, you're not, you're doing that because you're either going to renew or you're out skis. So we'll see, but. I'm hoping it does happen because I do, and I think we need more. Yeah. If you're going to be honest with me, I'd want Andre and Kimmich because I'm not looking at a Kimmich as a 6. I'm looking at Kimmich as an 8. My Gundo.
No, I agree, but then he can play the 6 when needed.
No, he can, yeah. But then I'd still have. I mean, the thing with Andre was offered to us. We've not looked at Andre. He was offered to us, which that can happen as well. So I don't know. I'm excited for January. I've always said I will not look at this league. I will not look at anything or make any decisions until the 1st of February. No way am I doing it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because we won 1 in 6, lost 1 in 12, and we're 5.6 points off the top. That's mad.
Yeah. It's actually what I'm saying.
Read a funny tweet to that degree.
You know what I mean?
Colin says, I can't believe they let City play without De Bruyne for 5 months, and the best they could muster up was a 5-point lead.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. It's crazy. This is why though we need to fix up now though, because we've been poor, but we've been given a lifeline, and the lifeline is that the other teams around us have also been poor.
Yeah.
So we can't keep being poor, because if we win 1 in 7 at Everton or 1 in 8 at Sheffield United, it's no longer going to be 5 points. So this is why the Club World Cup is such a brilliant thing for us right now, because it's a time, it's an opportunity to refresh,
reset. Yeah.
Correct.
Agreed.
So that's it's brilliant. I want to come on to the Champions League draw. Big up to Rustin with another super chat. It says, random thought. I know we're in for Paqueta, but I think we need to go back in for Gabri Veiga, a young player, can learn from KDB. And great in behind passes. Obviously, made the move to Saudi Arabia. There was some rumors saying that he wasn't happy in Saudi Arabia, but whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I don't know whether you're going to be able to get him out of there. Listen, he's a good player. Clearly, smashed it at the end of last season. But yeah, I don't know if he's the one. Yeah.
And all these PlayStation was like, I'm unhappy in Saudi. Yeah. You went. You know why you went.
I know, it's true.
It's not like, and plus, well, why would the Saudi League try and build their league up and then get rid of all the players 6 months later?
Yeah, no, I know.
They're trying to build it up as well, to be fair.
Of course. And also big up to Dave, another super chat says, all these fans going on about City and easy draws, forgetting that we beat Bayern Munich and Madrid back-to-back and the whole top 4 in the FA Cup. The salt, yeah, mate. I say what it is with stuff like that is, opposition fans try and find any excuse as to why Man City are succeeding because they don't want to accept that their clubs are just dead football clubs. And I say that genuinely. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, of course we did, Mike. But that's the logical answer. And they don't want the logical answer. They don't want to hear facts. They just want to hear, stupid stuff because it makes them feel better about their. It's the same with the whole cheating thing. One of the reasons, I don't know if we get it guilty or innocent or guilty. The reason why they're desperate for us to be guilty, which is weird anyway. Why would you want a club to be guilty of cheating? That's just weird. The reason they're desperate for it to happen is so they can sit there and go, oh, that's why they won it all. Don't matter. My club's fine now. No, because if we get found innocent, they have to just accept that their clubs have been run poorly for the last decade and that City just mint on and off the pitch. But they don't want to accept that because then they have to face reality that their home clubs are poor. Yeah. So
and
that's why
they win a league. Because that's the other thing is that if City get their points deducted and get relegated, which they won't, by the way, the simple fact of this is, I think Arsenal get a title, United get a title, Liverpool get two. And then someone said, well, it'll be dead competitive. No, it won't. It just be as it was in 1990 and 2000 again with Liverpool United winning the league. And Arsenal wouldn't be any different.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been a Leicester or a Blackburn or someone else coming in winning a league. So what you really want is you want the red cartel back at the top again.
Of course they do.
Just admit it. Because you can't run a Bath, never mind a football club. This is the only way you can get a league title. Personally, I'll be honest, I wouldn't want a league title like that. I'd be embarrassed.
What are you going to do? You have a bus parade
around Salford.
Well, exactly. You're going to have a bus parade? Nah, give over, man.
Come on.
Big up to Louis, man. Says
Louis.
Big love, lads. Brilliant work. Rumours are Muller is signing a new contract at Bayern and might show Musiala is leaving. Well, I think we're going to get Musiala.
How old is Muller?
Muller, he must be in his 30s. I always remember he's always younger than you think. I think he's like 30,
I feel
31.
like he's been around for donkey's years.
No, he is. But then you check his age, I'm pretty sure he's younger than you think. So I think he's like early 30s. I don't think he's like 35 or like some of them Fluminense players today that's 43. You know what I mean? Do you remember? Do you guys remember?
21.
Bro, do you remember Felipe Melo? Felipe Melo, he's playing today, Fluminense. If we win, we'll play Fluminense. 40 years old, still playing at centre-back. Made one of the best tackles I've ever seen today at 40 years old. Unbelievable. The goalkeeper, 43. Marcelo, 36. Ganso, 36 in midfield. Bro, they're just pensioner FC, man. Crazy settings at Fluminense.
Phil Foden's going to feel like a grandson if he rolls out now. By the way, Muller's 34.
Oh, is he 34? All right, okay. I'm just capping as always then.
But he's 34 and he's 35 not till September. So he's only
Oh, okay.
I thought he was about 30. I thought he was up there with Modric and Cruz and all that.
Yeah, I just waffling. Right, okay, let's get on to have you guys got 10 minutes to just do this UCL bit? Cool. Champions League draw this morning. City got Copenhagen. Obviously, draws are rigged as we've already established. Arsenal got Porto. What else happened? Real Madrid got Leipzig. Let me get that. So the full draw: Porto versus Arsenal, Napoli versus Barcelona, PSG versus Real Sociedad, Inter Milan versus Atletico Madrid. Big team going out there. PSV versus Borussia Dortmund, Lazio versus Bayern Munich, Copenhagen versus Manchester City, and Leipzig versus Real Madrid. Mulv, I'll come to you. Copenhagen. Pretty happy with that, I imagine.
Yeah, it's the best we could have got, mate. I mean, we got some players needing to get back to fitness, so getting a not an easy team, but the easiest, I suppose, on paper is ideal for us because I don't think we're going to be properly cooking in full gear until February, March time. So hopefully we'll have enough to get past Copenhagen and progress. And by the time we get into, what would that be, round of 8 after that, we could be flying fully. So, I'm happy with that draw.
Yeah, Martin, how important do you think that first leg is? Because first leg is away from home, but the second leg is in between Manchester United and Liverpool.
Is that the one between Liverpool and United?
Yeah, if you see it here. So the first game here, Copenhagen. Where is it? There it is. Copenhagen just after the Everton game, away from home. Then you got Chelsea. So that's not particularly easy, but it's home games. It's home there, chilling. But if you come away from this first leg with a bit of a negative result, I'd be very surprised if it went there a loss, but like a draw or just a slim lead, which means you have to put like a really strong team out. I mean, if we can box off that first game at Copenhagen, because I think we beat them 5-0 last year. So
5-0 and 1 each way. Was it 1 each way?
Yeah, I think so. If we can go there and flip it and go to Copenhagen and put a couple of get 3-0 up or something, takes the pressure off this home game, which means maybe you can rest a few players away that crucial game there, Liverpool. I mean, what's your sort of take on it?
I'm happy with it. I'm over the moon that we avoided. Because I was sure we were getting one of the Italians.
Yeah.
So because
like
if you look at the draw,
right?
all three were available, and I thought we're going to end up either at Naples. Let's see how I know. We're just going to get one of them. Luckily, we got Copenhagen. No, it's a nice draw. It really is. Hopefully, touch wood, we can get the job done away. If we can get 2-3-0 away, job done. I mean, I'm saying nil. Well, I'm confident. All right, 3-2 away. Just get some form of an away win. I think we'll be fine. I would like to get the tie over because, like I said, them two games, the Liverpool ones at Anfield.
Yeah.
I don't want to be playing, last 16 Champions League and then Anfield in the same week. That's, and United. Not so much bothered about the United game. No, that sounds I'm just not at the Etihad.
No, I agree. It's at City as well. If maybe it's at Old Trafford, maybe it's slightly different, but it's at
No, I think it depends. I think it depends if Ten Hag's still there come February. I don't know. Because I don't think that's even guaranteed anymore whether he'll still be sat there. Because if you believe the rumours, Radcliffe wants Potter, doesn't he? So that could be fun. I'm over the moon with it. I am. I can't complain about it. It's one of them, but this makes me laugh because does anyone remember when City first got in the Champions League? You remember the draws we were getting? We were getting the groups of death like Newcastle got. Remember, we got Barca, Dortmund.
Was our first one Napoli, Real Madrid?
Napoli, Bayern.
Was it Bayern? Bayern.
Yeah,
Napoli,
but we got some really hanging groups.
Was it Villarreal or something like that?
Yeah, we got that for 2 or 3 years, if you remember.
Yeah.
And this is what I've always said. When you start winning leagues and you start getting your coefficient points up, that's when, you do go into the seeded pot 1 and pot 2, and you work your way up in it. Like in Newcastle as well. I said, for Newcastle, it's not about this year. It's about qualifying each year. And each year, your points go up, you get easier draws. If you keep dipping in and out of it, you will always end up with a group of death because you'll always be in pot 4.
Yep.
That's just the way it goes. And City won 18 out of 18. 6 out of 6, second only team to ever do it, apart from Liverpool. Well, yeah, you would expect an easier tie. What, did you want us to get PSG because it suited you? Tough shit. Get back under your rocks. Hurrah.
You also expect a lot
I'm
of
not
prize
even
money.
In it. I don't know. United aren't even in it. Couldn't even beat Copenhagen.
Yeah. No. I agree. I agree with everything you said. I think it's a cracking draw for us. I think the English teams have done well. Arsenal getting Porto. I don't think that's a particularly difficult game for them either. I think Porto is winnable. Inter Milan or Atletico, one of them are going out. Napoli or Barcelona, one of them are going out. So that's pretty good.
RB Leipzig on Madrid.
Yeah, even RB Leipzig isn't like a gimme. You know what I mean? For Real Madrid, if Real Madrid don't turn up, they'll get beat. You know what I mean? So, listen, the draw's great. Looking forward to it. I think we can win it again. I think we can win it. I've watched a lot of European teams now, doing the watch-alongs and that, and Bayern don't scare me, man. Real Madrid look all right. PSG, again, it's just PSG. And the only ones I've not really watched are the Italian teams. Apparently, Inter Milan are very good again this year. And I can't remember which one of you guys said it. I agree. I didn't want any Italian team. I think people underestimate going to Italy is difficult, man. it's a difficult place to go and play football. It's hostile, really, really
hanging.
hostile. Yeah, it's not a nice place to go and play football, man. So I'm glad we've avoided them. And hopefully, you know, if we win, we get another easy draw, man. But yeah, we definitely done well. A couple of people have asked me to bring this up.
About Romano's about Andre.
Yeah, Andre on Premier League Move says, I watched the Premier League and it's a big dream to play there one day. I'm focused on finishing the season with Fluminense and realising our own dream of winning the Club World Cup, but my dream is clear. He wants the Premier League, lads.
Yeah, but did you see another tweet he said? If you had a choice out of Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Yeah, but he said he wants the Premier League, bro. They must have asked him a direct question.
You'd avoided the Barcelona, mate.
Yeah, no, he must have been asked a direct question. Who's he want?
What we're saying is, LB, he wants everything. He's keeping his options wide open to everyone.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see where he's going. I think what you said is possible. You know, he could go to Fulham.
That's one of them straight back questions, isn't it, that he's come out with. I'd like the Premier League, but I'd also have better Barca and Real Madrid as well. Like, fancy yourself, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got to get a move. He was very good today. I've got to say, he impressed me.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, I watched it because I wanted to know what we was up against this weekend, on Friday. And yeah, Fluminense. I mean, we should be beating Fluminense if we get there. We've got to get past
say that.
Your Red Diamonds. Oh, we should.
Really, when I said the dog and duck.
What Red Diamonds?
Urara.
Wait. I don't know how you fucking say it. How do you say it? I don't even say it.
Because a part of go makes him pronounced it. He butchered it.
I say Urawa. I don't know how you say it. How you say it?
Urawa or something.
I don't know, man. I don't know, innit? You know what I mean? We need a Japanese person in the chat to sort us out on it. But I'm looking forward to it, man.
And then Fluminense. And then we come home with a big gold badge.
Yeah, hopefully so. I think it's important.
And then we'll go to Everton and have a meltdown again.
Yeah, I think it's important that we win it, man. I've seen a lot of City fans saying, "Oh, they're not that arsed about it and that." But Mulv, mate, I think we need, like I said earlier, I think we need something to spark our seasoning together. I think this could be it.
Yeah. And it's the continuation of the treble, right? You've got to complete that story. You got to finish that book, and yeah, you want the 5, Martin. You want all 5. You got to get it. That's why Joey on our show was saying like he's not sure what sort of lineup we'll play against these teams tomorrow, and should we make it to the final? I'm like, mate, he's going to go full strength. He's going to go with the strongest possible lineup he can, because Pep will want this. The club will want this, you know, to complete that. You know, not the trilogy, but you know what I mean.
It makes me laugh. Fans say this, and you watch the club shop at the weekend. They'll all be down getting that gold badge stuck on. Everywhere.
100%.
Gold badge, put it on.
100%.
No,
we need to milk it, man. We need it.
Yeah.
I don't want the treble thing to end ever.
To me, it's like the League Cup. You know, I've always said that League Cup in February gives you that spark for the last part of the season, and this could be our spark. Now, as long as he doesn't let me go out and get drunk afterwards, and now come home straight home into a nice hot bath, wrap Jack Grealish up in cotton wool. He's not allowed out. Do not let Jack Grealish go out the sight of Pep, and bring him back, and just get ready then for Everton. Because the thing is, I think it gives us a boost, and the good thing is the next few games we haven't got any rest. We're sort of bouncing into games.
Which is good.
Yeah, I prefer that. I don't like a defeat or a draw and then you sit on it for a week or two.
I agree.
You want to get it done. And then players will want that. Players will want to come out and prove a point.
Yeah.
Listen, I keep saying everyone thinks I'm mad. Players read what we all say about them.
Of course they do, man.
They're not sat in a cave somewhere not looking at what's going on. They know.
They watch the video. They watch the YouTube videos. They read the twerfings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're very concerned about their legacies, and they should be. And what these players and managers and clubs want as part of their legacies are unique achievements. unique achievements, something that nobody else has ever done before. I don't believe an English club has done the treble and then won the other 2 available trophies. Am I right on that?
No.
I'm correct, right? The other thing is the 4 Prems in a row. They will want that. That is a legacy-defining achievement, a unique achievement. Nobody in English football's done it. They will want that. There'll be no complacency about those things, about those achievements. Trust me.
Then you can relegate us down to League One because we're cheap.
Fair enough.
That's the back page today in the Express. We'll hunt you down again. Bernardo Silva been speaking.
Love it.
This is what I want to see from the players, man. You know,
I think it suits us. I think we're better as the hunter than the hunter.
I've always said this as well, Martin. I agree.
We're better as the hunter.
I agree.
I think the worst thing Walker could. The only thing I've got against Walker is don't say, "Oh, let us go flying ahead." No, because you don't like that. I loved it last season because I knew what we had to do every game.
Yeah.
If you notice, we were always second, and we bounced in. We knew had to get a game. We had to, and eventually, I think that's what did Arsenal in, because they were like, no matter what we're doing, they're still coming. We can't stop them, and I think that mentally killed Arsenal off.
Yeah,
that we were not stopping. It's like that, you know, them horror films, from like the cheesy horror films in the 90s, where the killer just keeps coming at you, and no matter what you're doing. That's what we're like. We're like just these cheesy horror guys that just will not give up.
The call's coming from inside the house.
You know, they say get out the house, and they run further into the house. Exits there, and they go that way.
No, I'm with you. I agree. I think we're better as hunters than we are being hunted, and it's just I think that's just the mentality that this team has in that, because we all say, I think we all accept we've got the best manager in the league, we've got the best set of players in the league, right? But the one thing that I think we all say stops Manchester City from winning the league is ourselves.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Yeah, he did. Of course he did.
Pep said it last week, didn't he? He said, there's only us. He said, who will stop you winning the league? He went, us.
Correct. So, but if you're, I think when you're hunting a team down, and obviously now it's different now because it's not pressure. You know, it's in December. We all know we can lose 2 more games in a row and probably still go on and win the league if you win your games. When it gets down to the business end, then the players, I think, stand up and be like, right, we actually can't fuck up now. Because they know they can't. I
thought they did that. I thought they measured it last season, honestly. I thought they let it go to a big enough points gap. Like, right, you know, when you're playing FIFA and you're like, right, I'm playing for real now. Right, you sit forward in your chair and you go, right, no like, messing about now. They've done that last season, I guarantee.
No, it's listen, we'll have to see when we kick into gear. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But the fact that we've only won 1 in 6 and it's only 5 points off at the top, that is unbelievable, really.
We've only lost 1 in 12.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, look at it. Personally, I'm looking at a 1 in 12.
You're half full, innit? Your glass half full, bro.
You know me, I will not give up on this team. That's why I was so upset about the booing on Saturday. I know everyone's got a right to do it. I get it, it's their right, but it hurt me because I'm like, it's not us. Come on. We work together best rowing in the one direction. We don't work when we're splintered. We don't do it.
No, I hear you. I hear you. No, I hear you on the booing thing. The booing thing for me, I think, listen, you pay your money, you can do what you want. There's 2 ways of looking at it. You're booing a team that's just won a treble. It's a bit peak,
5 months ago.
Yeah. But you're booing a treble team. That's a bit peak. The other side is you're letting the players know that they're not performing up to their own standards. And like I said I did a passionate rant video the other day. Like I said on that, I feel like the players are letting themselves down. So you could look at it and say, oh, you're booing them. You're letting the players know that they're not playing up to their own standards. But it depends. I completely understand why you would boo. I completely understand why you'd say no. I'm very much, you pay your money, you do what you want. People say, what would I have done? I don't know, because you don't know until you're in the stadium. It's all right me sitting there. I don't go to the stadium. I did a watch on it. I can't sit here and say what I would have done because I don't know. You see, you do these things in the heat of the moment, don't you? You know what I mean? You don't plan it. No one's planning going to the and say, if we don't win, I'm booing. That's not how it works.
Craig's putting we weren't booing the players. We were booing the players. Well, let's just be honest. We were. we're not booing the ref. The ref did nothing wrong.
Mm,
It wasn't like the ref had done a lot wrong. And plus, you boo the ref as they're leaving.
mm,
You'd boo the ref as they're walking off with the officials.
yeah.
So they
Well,
were booing the ref. They were
what's your
booing
take on
they
this?
were
You're
booing the
positive guy,
players.
Martin.
So I'm not having that. It's an excuse, that one.
What's your view on this comment, Martin? You're a positive guy. You agree?
I think for 70 minutes, we were by far the better team.
Yeah.
Just think individual errors.
Yeah, this is the thing. I don't think we've been particularly great recently, but I do think we've been a bit unlucky this season, right? And listen, I'm saying I think the players are not playing particularly well, especially the defence. But Wolverhampton, right? We didn't deserve to win that game. We didn't deserve to lose. They had one shot on target and scored 2 goals. Crystal Palace had 2 shots on target, scored 2 goals. Tottenham, I mean, we were the better team than Tottenham.
There's only been one team that's been better than us, right?
Villa.
That's it.
Villa, correct. Arsenal, we went there without John Stones, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and
Deflection.
just a deflected goal. So, didn't really deserve to lose. Actually, I don't think we deserved to beat Arsenal. We didn't deserve to beat Wolves, but we didn't deserve to lose any of them. Liverpool, by far the better team. On another day, that foul on Alisson, which in my opinion is never a foul, is not a foul. You probably see that game out. Chelsea was a bit of a weird one. I think that's a bit more of an anomaly because we defended so poorly in that day. But even so, we had the chance to kill that game off. It was 3-2, 4-4-3. I can't remember which one. Doku was through on goal. He should have just squared it to Foden and Haaland. We get the 2-goal cushion. We don't. So whilst we've not been particularly great, we have been unlucky.
Agree. Joe Ack, 83, Villa deflected goal too. Yes, maybe they battered us.
They did, but the point still stands that
it's true. It's true.
This Craig's having a go at me. He's like, I was there. Mate, Craig, I've had a season ticket 33 years, mate. I go, trust me. And I know loads of Blues have admitted they were booing the players.
Maybe some were booing the ref.
The Blues have admitted it. They were there. They've said they were booing the players, not the ref. So maybe from the South Stand, they were booing the ref. But there was areas where they were booing the players. It's like the Tottenham game last season. They were booing the players, not the ref. Yeah. Everyone around me was slagging the players off, screaming at them, calling them shit, all sorts. They were booing the players.
Well, there you go. Some fans may be booing the referee. Some fans may be booing the players. There you go. That's probably the way to solve that. Well, yeah, listen, pretty good show, man. Yeah.
I'd say we'll win the league. I'm kind of. I don't care. People think I'm mental and I'm happy clap, but I still think we're winning the league.
I think we're in the league. I'm not happy clappy. I've been saying the defense is poor. I'd drop Walker, I'd drop Diaz, but I still think we'll win the league, provided we keep Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland. I just think Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland, mate, they're ready to feast. I think they're ready to feast, man.
You got Doku back.
Yeah.
Fit John Stones. And hopefully 1 or 2 new boys in job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whenever you talk about transfers, Martin, you get a little glint in your eye, like spark in your eye. And no, LB. No, stop it. Stop it, LB. Nah, you do, man. You know something, man. I know something. Speak to us. Speak to us.
I just told you I got told that they're talking about Kimmich.
Oh, wait, how do I get you out of this thing?
Exactly. You don't have to get me out now.
There we go. You're just going to end the stream with Martin. Okay, cool. Anything else you guys want to get off your chest or any other topics before we wrap up? Are we sorted? No? I mean, you guys
never forget.
Yeah.
I just want to plug my show and get out of here, mate.
Yeah.
Appreciate you boys. Plug his show. Come on.
I know. I appreciate you boys coming on. Any of you guys going live after this or doing any stream that I can redirect or anything? No. Cool. All right, Mulv, what's going on, man?
I'm Mulv off Noisy Neighbors podcast based in the States. Me and my partner Joey do it. It's a weekly show. We just put out our Christmas episode yesterday or late last night. Check that out. Man.
I'm gonna have to give this a listen.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
Are you dressed up as Santa in it? Red suit.
No, it's on all your favorite podcast platforms. search for Noisy Neighbours. You'll find it. Thank you. Thanks for having me, mate.
No, thanks for coming
Thanks,
on as
Martin.
always. And guys, make sure you do check out Noisy Pod. Honestly, really, really good podcast,
Amazing.
man. You should definitely check it out. It's really, really good, really funny. And some good stuff in there tactically as well. You know what I mean? But it is. I really like the podcast, man. It's a good podcast.
Thanks, mate.
Martin, what's going on, mate? What's going on?
Back tomorrow, post match for the Dog and Duck versus Manchester City. I can't pronounce their names. Is why I'm saying, man.
Call them Red Diamonds, man.
Red Diamonds against Red Diamonds. Got a show. I've got that tomorrow. Show Thursday. Did a live last night. Live today. Champions League draw. And then we'll do a watch along, which I know everyone does watch alongs now. Watch along for the final on Friday.
Yeah, man. Big. Hopefully we get to the final. Hopefully.
Loads up. We're just trying to get to 3K as soon as we can.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, make sure you go follow Mancunian Way. Make sure you go follow Noisy Neighbours podcast. They do have a YouTube channel as well. You go live sometimes on YouTube, do calling shows and stuff. So that's pretty cool, man. But yeah, listen, guys, thank you for coming on. Big up to Mulv, big up to Martin for coming on. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you did, please make sure you drop a like on the stream. Really helps push this video out to just more City fans in general. Make sure you are subscribed. Get your comments in down below. If you're watching this back on replay, I want to know what you guys got to say. I've seen everyone in the chat. Yeah. I want to know what you guys got to say. And big up as well to Rustin, Anakin, Daz, Tinsay, Dave, and Lewis or Louis. I don't know if that's Louis or
Louis.
Or Louis. Also, Jason, who's just come in with a super chat as we ended. And it says, we'll cook after the Club World Cup. I still think that's a distraction why we aren't cooking right now, says Jason.
Good theory.
Yeah, possibly. You could be right on that. You could be right. Absolutely. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Jason. And guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Big up.